Hi guys, good evening. Anytime you come across of this video, I greet you. Join me, let's cook this yummy delicious stew together. So I'll be using this tomato paste in cooking this stew. So this tomato paste have been here for a while, so it was getting somehow, but I wash it very well and I wash my blender very well. Since I don't want to use too much of water, I'm just managing the water, but I wash it very well. Then I wash them one after the other and I put it inside the blender. Before I put them inside the blender, I make sure I wash the blender very well before doing that. Like I wash the blender 2 times before putting the tomato inside the blender, and the tomato have washed finish. I wash my hands so that it will be neat, and then I will start doing another thing. This is how my tomato is looking so beautiful. I really love cooking with this tomato, but you don't use today all the time. It used to go and come. You have a season here, so I blend it very well. Now let me show you guys how I used to blend my tomato whenever I want to like use this type of tomato in cooking my stew. This is how it used to be. It don't used to be very smoothly, and it don't used to be very jaga like nothing, like you not see any seed inside. And this is the meat I'll be using in cooking it with. I bought this ice fish. Two of them is 1,000 naira, which is 1,155 naira, and I was so happy about that because ice fish now is kind of cost here. After cutting the ice fish, I put a little bit of water so that I wash it, and I used to wash my fish 2 times. I wash it the first time, and then I used to go for the second times. I put a lot of water, let the water swallow the fishes so that it will be well washed. I wash them one after the other, take my time very well, and I throw away the water I used in washing it the first time. So the second time I did put that on camera, but I did it, and I wash my rubber very well. Then I still go ahead and put the ice fish inside the same rubber because I don't want to like dirty my rubber, because ice fish used to have one kind of scent that used to come outside from it. I put that inside the rubber, then I add a little bit of salt. I just add a little bit of salt because I will be adding salt inside the stew, and I will be putting the ice fish inside the stew. So I just add a little bit of salt inside the meat, and I put my King's oil inside my pot. I make sure the pot is hot before I go in with the groundnut oil, and I put my ice fish, and this ice fish was rising the oil, but later on everything just calm down in a normal way, and it just fry everything one touch one time. I think it should be the grade of the ice fish, the type of ice fish. You know, there are some of ice fish you fry before it will dry off. Then I pack my ice fish from the fire, and this is how strong the ice fish is, and I tested it whether it's sweet, and it was so delicious, guys. King's oil is the best oil I think can be frying ice fish like this. I really enjoy frying ice fish with King's oil. Then I put my onions and I stir it for a while, and everything was dry, so it's time for me to add other ingredients. Then I go in with my tomato that I blend in. Who remember the tomato I blend in? I go in with the tomato and I stir it for it to mix together with the oil very well, so that all of them can start boiling, frying together. After boiling for a while, this is how the color just changed. Then I go in with my pepper immediately. Like, guys, I did not add anything. After the boiling for a while, it just changed like this, and I added my pepper. I stir it so that the pepper will mix together with the onions, the tomato, the oil, everything. I make sure I turn, you know, turning your soup, turning your everything used to make that food to be more delicious. That is what I learned from my grandmother, and this is how it's looking. Then I pour in this a little bit of water, then I still go ahead and turn it again. Now it's time for other ingredient. I go in with my salt, and this is the quality of the salt I used. I make sure I just put a little bit of salt that will not be passing the soup. You know, I want this soup to be so very delicious. When cooking this soup, I was kind of even afraid that the tomato will not come outside so very good, but see how the tomato come outside to be so very beautiful, and this is how everything just turned out to be. Now my food is done, and I off my gas. So guys, this food was so very delicious. I didn't put voiceover on the other video because my voice was having voice cracking, like my voice is doing me somehow.